Eileo guys, welcome back, and in today's video we're taking a look at Yurika, our newest 7th anniversary exotic. So let's go ahead and take a look at the fire one first. So the fire one is a nat 3 surprisingly, so she's easily farmable, especially if you just began the game here. And she's sitting at 23k HP, almost 24k, 3.2k attack, and then 2.2k defense. So stats are okay. HP is kind of low, but it is a nat 3, so what do you expect here? And let's go over here and take a look at her skills first. So for the 3-star skill, she has Persevere. Obviously it sucks up to 8 turns. It's when it becomes spicy, as I like to say. And then for the 5-star skill, it's Undying Volition, and it says damages all enemies. So she is AoE, that is very important. But Undying Volition is something what Sir Nunos has not exclusively had, but predominantly had. So this could open up some viability depending on the situation here, and with that discernment lead, meaning it's very easy to debuff the enemies. Well, I shouldn't say very easy, but easier to debuff the enemies. I'm already getting some hopefully good feelings with the light and dark versions right here, but if the kit indicates anything at all, it's going to be something that lasts for quite a while. Now, I haven't honestly experimented with Persevere, just because you guys know I don't experiment with anything, but we're not here to talk about that. But, you know, if a battle is going to be prolonged, I guess she, in theory, should be useful, but it shouldn't be prolonged if your gem quality is up to par. Taking a look at the skill books, though, Persevere does get a 25% damage boost. Okay. That's fine. I mean, she does have a 3.2k attack stat, and then Undying Volition receives a 20% damage boost and goes up to 3 turns. So, I mean, what I really like about this is pretty much just your great value, Sir Nunos. Very low investment to get this Mon to Evo 3. And just test it out depending on whatever content that you're doing. But outside of, I think, dragons, I haven't really used Undying Volition. Dark Purse doesn't count because that is her super or ultimate evolution skill. So to my Undying Volition fans out there, go ahead and chime in of where this could potentially be useful at. But at the end of the day, if it allows you to try a normally higher tier exclusive skill on a Mon, I don't see why not. And of course, what is it? The Apophis dungeon, that could work maybe for the first sword depending on how long your team lasts, but outside of that, obviously having a lethal striker is going to do you a lot more justice here. Alright, and then following in next, we do have the balanced version of Yurika. This is a light type, 4 stars of course, coming in with 31k HP, 2.6k attack, and then 2.8k defense. That attack stat is, I mean, it is balanced, but still, as a nat 4, seems a bit low right here. But let's take a look at her skills before we judge her anymore. So for the 3-star skill, she has Recovery Seal, which is a 100% chance to obviously prevent the enemy from recovering HP for 2 turns. Useful in certain situations, especially when it comes to the Tower of Chaos or a PvP situation, but this is a 3-star skill, so you do have some control over that. And then for the 5-star skill, Puncture, I mean, at this point in time, it's pretty standard, but how many light mons out there are rocking an AoE Puncture? I mean, what is there? No, Starov, I believe, does have Puncture, but it's single target. Very interesting right there. I should actually pull up the handy bot, so if you guys haven't joined the Discord yet, feel free to join it. The link is in the description below, but let me go and type in Puncture here and see what comes up. So, in terms of light mons, for the active skill, there's Barona, obviously Draka, Hunter, single target, Starov, single target, Zeus you have to farm out. So arguably, I mean, there's Draka, which everyone can get, and Zeus everyone can get as long as you put enough time into the game here. Barona's uncontrollable, so I mean, if you're just beginning the game, not necessarily a wave clearer, but it's literally better than nothing. But we also get the advantage of the other anniversary mons too, so if you guys haven't checked out those reviews, feel free to check those out too. But I mean, this seems like a situational mon, so it could have its uses. It's just I'm kind of drawing blanks right here in terms of that uses, because Recovery Seal is about obviously preventing the astromon that you're fighting from healing themselves, and Puncture is all about just wave clearing in general. And right before I go with the light one, Recovery Seal does receive a whopping, what is that? I promise you guys I can do math. It is a 35% damage increase, 2.6k attack stat. I mean, that's already dirt nasty low, so what is that going to do for me? Absolutely nothing. Puncture does receive a 20% damage boost as well, and it goes up to 75%, which is weird. It's just 5% more, but that definitely helps. And with that lead, I mean, there is some potential here. Just saying, there is some potential. It just doesn't really synergize with getting more damage from the puncture. She is light, so you can kind of build her up there with some high crit rates. It's just that attack stat is a little bit low, even as like an exotic Nat 4 that may come around once every year, unfortunately. Alright, and last but not least, we do have the dark version of Yurika, who is an attacker type, Nat 4 of course, coming in with 28k HP, 3.2k attack, and then 2.4k defense here. Stat distribution's fine. She is a Darkmon, so she does have that innate built-in crit damage, which is always good. It's just, you know, when she gets hit, she's definitely going to feel it. But let's take a look at these skills here. And I didn't take a look at her variant form either. Oh, I mean, it's okay. She's not a very, what's the word, flashy astromon anyway, so no big deal here. But for the 3-star skill, there's Light Predator, increases the attack power by 100% when attacking light astromons. And then for the 5-star skill, there's Adrenaline, 100% chance to restore 50% of own HP when attacking. So an AoE Adrenaline only for herself, very weird. Very weird. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before in my life. I mean, what is it? The Elemental Tower of Chaos is pretty much where this would shine at for me. I guess if you want to start off with maybe the first sword of the Apophis dungeon, you could give it a shot there, especially with that discernment lead. But outside of that, it's like the other Astromon I felt in regards to the anniversary had kind of like a certain niche they could vibe in, and while they weren't super proficient at it, they could get the job done until you got something better. However, Yurika is a bit of a weird champ here. Like, I was not exactly expecting more, but expecting more cohesion with her skill kit, because the light with the recovery seal and puncture, once again situational, and then the fire one, persevere and undying volition. If you plan to have matches go on for a while, or you don't want your squad dying prematurely, that could have some uses as well. But I mean, out of the 3 that I would personally go for, obviously kind of build all 3 here for the Astra guide, but mainly, I mean, I would probably end up using the dark one out of all of them anyways, just because of that Light Predator. She's cheap and easy to book up, and you could always throw both light and dark to the world boss. Light seems a bit more situational with the recovery seal and the puncture, and I have plenty of wave clears, and if you have a dark Mona, you arguably already have a quote-unquote better wave clear, because she does have a super evolution too, and just that innate higher crit damage. It's just, I don't know, a very weird Astromon indeed. So, I mean, that is Yurika. I would definitely start capturing her probably after you guys see this video, depending on what time you see it here, because her capture festival literally starts in like a day. So make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one, and feel free to let me know what you guys think about Yurika. So yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.